You've been sold a very narrow definition of intelligence. Being smart is not only about academic accolades and dominating conversations. True intelligence is quiet, is calculated, and deeply psychological, and Cleopatra understood this better than anyone. In an age of ruthless men and collapsing dynasties, she survived, not through brute intellect, but by understanding people, power, and timing. She didn't just play the game, she rewrote the rules. Today, we're breaking down 6 lessons from Cleopatra on how to become dangerously smart. Hi, I'm Jay, and welcome to She Upgraded. The first rule of mental mastery is removing the middleman, and why most people stay within their comfort zone. Cleopatra chose differently. She mastered 9 languages. Why? Because she knew the power of information and how information can easily get lost in translation. And to become smart, you must learn the hidden languages of your industry, whether it's literal or hyperbolic. For instance, if you're a creative, study how your industry operates and the best way to communicate within it. Know the who is who and what is important. And this applies to every field. When you speak the language of the room, you gain an unfiltered access to the truth. You do not only hear what they are saying, you also understand how they think, and this becomes your strategic advantage. There is a fatal trap in trying to be the smartest person in the room. That's ego, not intelligence. Psychological mirroring. This is when a person certainly reflects on another person's behavior, emotions, language, or attitude, just to create connection, understanding, or influence. Cleopatra was a scholar with philosophers and a warrior with generals. You see, using active listening to figure out exactly what is missing in the situation, then becoming or creating the solution for it gives you an edge over others. People are most likely to be more open to you when they feel understood and also when they feel you can relate to their situation or you've been there before. By mirroring their desires, they lower their cognitive defenses. Now, this makes it easy for you to read their next move and know what to do next. To gain competitive advantage, you need information that most people aren't looking for or most people don't have. Cleopatra controlled the Library of Alexandria by using ancient data to solve modern problems. You know someone else in recent times who knows how to use data advantage? Kim Kardashian, and I did a breakdown on some of the strategies she used to achieve success. I highly recommend that you watch that video. There's a lot that you can learn about asymmetric information. So avoid consuming the same content as your peers. Go back in time. Study history. Go back to your old notes. Go back to your old textbooks. Those are gold, especially those ones that have stood the test of time. You would start seeing patterns. You would begin to notice market shifts months before it happens. To the world, it would just be coincidence, but to you, you know it's as a result of data that you have accumulated that most people do not have. The most dangerously smart people never enter a situation without knowing exactly how to leave it. And this is called the exit first strategy. Cleopatra never relied on a single alliance. She always had a plan B through plan Z. She was always ready to go. Before you sign a contract or start a project, make sure you calculate your escape. Always ask yourself these questions. What is my move if this fails? What is my move if this succeeds? Now, the exit plan creates the feeling of having a safety net, which makes you lose all form of desperation that you feel. And in negotiation, desperation is dangerous because the person who is least desperate holds the power. Most people try to fit into systems around them, but not Cleopatra. She did the opposite. She redesigned herself to become the symbol of the system. Even though she was Greek descent, she was the first in her line to adopt Egyptian costumes and present herself as the living reincarnation of the goddess, Isis. Don't just work a job. Be the go-to person for solution. Don't just run a business. Be the leading brand that is uniquely positioned. Don't just be a consultant. Be the oracle where everybody comes to for advice. When you align your identity with a higher power or a deeper cultural need, you become irreplaceable, and smart people know this. So you aren't just another professional, you aren't just another business, you aren't just another person or another partner. You are one of one. While others were focused on military conquest, Cleopatra was focused on economic intelligence. She restructured Egypt's currency, moving from bronze coinage to stabilizing the economy during Roman inflation. She knew that a leader with an empty treasury is just a target. See, financial literacy and wealth building is very powerful. Money answereth all things, and to survive in this world, money is an important tool. And smart people know that real intelligence is knowing how to decouple your value from your time. You need to master the maths of tax laws, passive income, resource allocation. It may seem complicated in the beginning, but after you have familiarized yourself with the terms and how it works, it gets easier as you go. Most people are smart enough to earn money, but only a few smarter ones control the systems that generate it. You are already part of the top 1% of thinkers with this knowledge, but knowledge alone without action is just entertainment. I'm working on something that would help you to become more strategic based on historical models. Make sure you stick around so you don't miss out on it. It won't be available to the masses, only to those who are members of this channel. Make sure you watch other videos that would help you become smart. See you there.